Well, Agnes Gitau is a partner at GBS Africa, an advisory firm that aims to foster African trade relations. She joins me now from London. Thanks so much for joining us, Agnes. You know, we've been hearing about these last 13 months of violence in Cameroon, but explain how it is being fueled now by the secessionist movement in the South and the Northwest.
You know, this continuous insecurity incidences in Cameroon, I think we have looked the other way, you know, but I think what happened on Monday, the kidnapping of these school children, I think now makes the world to focus on what's actually going on in this region. Remember, the feud started way in 2016, and it was mostly it was a cry for civil and just basic rights for the Anglophone lawyers and teachers who wanted to be part of the economic activity of Cameroon and felt that they were completely being ignored by the Francophone side of Cameroon. But it comes a day before the swearing in of Paul Biya, as you said earlier, one of the longest serving presidents in Africa, and in my view, a president who's remained in power partly because the Western governments find him a very important ally to their fight against terrorism and also immigration from Africa. So it's a sad moment, and my first thing right now is my heart goes out to the families of the children that are kidnapped. But I think we need to refocus on this country and start demanding that Paul Biya is held accountable for the insecurity of his country.
But he is president now. He will be sworn in today. So he is the person effectively in charge of dealing with this crisis, if we can call it that. I mean, how will he and how should he deal with this? Does he sympathize at all with the complaints of discrimination from the English-speaking minority, or are you expecting, as you were kind of insinuating there, a hardline approach?
Initially, they've had a hardline approach whereby they've been very heavy-handed with military all-out, fighting and killing anybody who goes against their operations. But it's hopefully he can extend an olive branch. I know, I think earlier this year, during his one of the few cabinet meetings, he talked about bringing local power to the local governments, ensuring decentralization of power to the local people. So at least maybe in that way, the Anglophone Cameroonians can feel they're part of the wider Cameroon. But 36 years he's been in power. Nothing has changed. So I'm not overly optimistic that his swearing in brings a bit of hope to the country. But we need to be wary that the opposition parties have clearly said that things are going to change. So you know what? We may see an escalation of the crisis, and I hope that the world will look and spare a moment to see how this can be resolved. Not just the world, but also the African Union and all the regional stakeholders to ensure that security and stability prevails in Cameroon.
Okay. Agnes Gitau joining us there from London. Thanks so much for that.